You are also probably, if you get a phone call, I bet the phone call pops up and your GPS goes away, right? Well, step in Garmin. We have sold over 600,000 of the Garmin GPS systems. Not once have we ever sold it with a backup camera that you're seeing right now. Super easy to install. It's a $150 value that you're getting in with our configuration today. This is E232914. It's the Garmin DriveSmart 55 GPS with a backup camera that's easy to load up. We'll show you how to do that. You're getting the mount that you need. You're getting the car charger you need for your GPS system. You're also getting the mount for inside of the car. Everything you need to get you started for under $300 with the 5 easy pay of just $59.99. And one more thing I need to tell you about is the amazing value. This should be $379.98, $79 more than what you're paying right now. But let's say you'd rather pay for it over the next 9 months because you want to fit it into your budget a little bit more. Please use your Q card. That's our in-house credit card, and your payment will be around $34 for the next 9 months. We're not going to charge you any more for that, as long as you're paying off your credit card every single month. If you haven't signed up for that Q card yet, please go ahead and do so that you will get a $20 statement credit down the road. But just across the board, we're doing 5 easy pay on everything you're shopping for here on QVC except for gift cards. So we'd love to offer you to call us to tell us about how you use your Garmin, how do you love it, and if you're buying this today, we'd also love it. Our testimonial lines are up, 1-800-600-1556. I want to introduce you to the man who's going to be taking us through the Garmin. He knows more about Garmin than probably anybody else here. Where are you?
Here I am.
Where are you, Bob Rayner?
Here I am.
I'm here on QVC.
Nice
this is
to
Bob
see you
Rayner,
again.
one of our electronics experts, but been working with Garmin for a very long time,
Yeah, a long
for
time.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
You and I have presented many versions of the Garmin, that's for sure,
have.
right?
Yeah.
However, not once have I ever seen with a backup camera. So we have really a special kind of configuration for here. But first, the first question I have to ask you is, because I mentioned this whole thing about a cell phone, right? Are you using a cell phone as a GPS? But why would I want a Garmin? Because I do have my cell phone that I can has a GPS in it.
Indeed. Well, Nancy, I have heard this over and over again. I don't need a GPS anymore. I have my mobile phone. Well, let me count the ways of how many things make GPS superior and mobile phones not so good. First of all, GPSs, they're optimized to use navigation. A phone would not make a good GPS. A GPS does not make a good phone, for example, okay? Large screen display, lifetime map updates for free, traffic updates, voice commands, GPS mounting, very critical. You know, a lot of people use their mobile phones. They balance it on the dash or in the ashtray. Take a quick stop or a sharp turn, boom, there it goes. Bluetooth enabled and so much more. When you use a mobile phone, you burn up data and you pay for data. When you use a mobile phone, you burn up battery life as well. You don't have to have a contract plan with the GPS. As a matter of fact, if you use the GPS and you buy it here, lifetime free map updates, lifetime free traffic updates. Think about this. You get a phone call on your phone while you're using it for navigation. You know what happens? The navigation goes away,
Always happens
the
on
phone
my
display, and of course, I use the example, if you're on 8 lanes of the Washington, D.C. Beltway, and you're using that in that crazy traffic trying to find an exit, and a phone call comes in, you're toast. All right, there are many reasons why.
Now, I know not all phones do that. My particular phone, I have an iPhone, and it absolutely does that. But let's say you have an older car, maybe you even have a new car, but you've chosen not to get a GPS system with a backup camera that also with the Bluetooth enabled where you can take calls hand-free. That's okay, but if you decided you wanted to add that, how much is that going to add in when you're actually buying that new car, or adding it in after factory, maybe because you're just bought a new car that's maybe 10 years old, has low mileage, and you want to add in those kind of new features? That's also something. Here, it's $300, and you're getting the backup camera, Bluetooth, all 9 yards GPS. All right, so let's take us through the Garmin, because I think Garmin, let's talk Garmin, who they are and why they're a leader in this industry.
They are the leader in this industry, and for a variety of reasons. The thing that I like to show the most, and we'll see if we can illustrate it here, is how easy it is to use. All right? Now, in doing so, when you turn it on, you see two things. Do you want to view the map? In other words, do you want to see where you are? or it asks you, where do you want to go? And you can do all sorts of things extremely simply just by using the tips of your finger or your voice, and we'll show that in a moment. Let me show you, Nancy, just how easy it is. Let's say, okay, we want to go to a place that we've recently found, and let's see, we'll go to Jill Road, because I was on with Jill Bauer last night presenting this, and within moments,
Please drive to highlighted route.
it's giving you the voice turn-by-turn directions. So what did that take? 4 or 5 seconds, and it's actually ready to route you. Ease of use is one of the primary things which Garmin offers. What good is all this fancy technology, Nancy, if you can't use it, if it's too hard?
Amen.
Right?
All right, so real quickly, I want you to hold that thought because
Sure.
I'm having a hard time seeing this on the screen itself. I'm wondering if can you either brighten up the screen or maybe we jump in the car?
We could jump in the car
Let's jump
just
in the
as
car.
easily
Let's
because
do
we can demonstrate some
All right.
things in there for sure.
Now, before we jump in there, I just want to show you really quickly what you're getting.
Yes.
Everything you're getting is that 5-inch screen.
5.5 inch.
5-inch screen. You're getting the mount that goes on the windshield. Bob will tell you how to put that on in a second. You're getting the backup camera that's $149 and change value. That is huge to have that. This is going to be what keeps
Power
your
cord.
power cord, keeping your GPS up and going. And this is what your what do you
License
call that?
plate flame. Yeah, this is where you're going to mount it. We'll show
backup.
you that in a moment.
Yep. All right, so here's the information again, what a great, incredible value this is. So if sold separately, it would be $379.98, which is a $79 difference. You can also think of it as this way. You're actually getting a camera for almost half off, right? Which is pretty great. I'm just gonna leave this and I'll set gingerly in here. All right, now let's go through these features. Okay, is this better? Can you see that better now? Let's see how this works.
Well, there we are. We have the camera mounted already on the windshield right now. And as such, what you're viewing now is the backup camera turned on behind us. When you're navigating and everything, you have the map there. You can touch an icon on the screen or simply say, show video. And when you do so, you'll actually see that pop up. Show video. Sometimes it's hard to hear out here. I'll just hit the icon and there we go. We have that set up there.
Okay.
In the outdoors here with all the lights and
Sure.
everything on here, sometimes it distorts the signal. So there you go. Now, you'll notice, for example, there are guidelines on that screen.
Okay.
So what you can do is guidance lines, adjust the guidelines, and you'll actually be able to custom fit those guidelines for the width of your car and the distance behind and all that stuff, just like you would see in a factory installed option. So once you set the guidelines to your liking that match your car, the width of your garage door, whatever it may be, you're all set and you're good to go. So with that, you're able to see the rear view camera, safety and security, hide video. And back to the map you go.
All right, so a couple of other things. So let's say, I'm here at QVC and I want to find, I'm about out of gas. How do I find the nearest gas station?
Well, there are several different ways to do that. Here, let me go back to the map and I'll show you. Actually, I can say, okay, Garmin,
Say a command.
find category,
Speak a category.
gas stations.
Searching for gas stations.
There you go.
Select a line number.
Down, down. 2,
Would you like to begin navigation?
yes.
Please drive to highlighted route.
And there you go.
Awesome.
The route is starting, turn-by-turn directions, voice and data on the screen.
Okay, let's say I'm going along and I'm thinking about something totally different and I forgot a turn here. Do I have to stop and then try to reroute myself?
Not in the least. As a matter of fact, when you choose a destination, for example, let me show you one here. A recently found destination, we'll go to this spot here and we'll say go. If you want to, when you go to that spot, you can do things.
Please drive to highlighted route.
Let me go back here for just 1 second. If you want to go to a recently found spot, you can learn things about it, such as I here. That's information,
Okay.
and you can get all the information there. Or this symbol here can ask you to set calculating one route, and when that's done, it calculates a second route. It will work you around detours, and then you can edit the route yourself. So if you don't want to avoid if you want to avoid a certain area or something, you can edit the route yourself. So it gives you route choices. You don't have to go where the GPS says, or you can even alter the route yourself.
Okay, does it tell me anything about traffic? Because that's a problem. Like if I'm trying to get to work, or if I have a certain time I'm supposed to be somewhere, and I don't know about this huge traffic or some sort of an accident ahead, will the Garmin help me?
Indeed, there's a traffic icon right there. Look at that. I hit traffic. Popping up on the screen are all the areas that have construction, an accident, or something like that. And you can tap on just about any of them and you'll get the whole story. Traffic problem. It's telling you right there that there's a traffic problem in that area. You can also activate that with your voice as well.
So I'm on a long trip. I'm on my way to California from Pennsylvania. My car breaks down in the middle of, I don't know, let's say in the middle of Illinois. I have no clue where I am. I don't know what in the world's going on. How am I going to get help?
That's pretty easy. You simply tap you simply tap the icon of wherever your vehicle is. Look what popped up on the screen. It's one of the most valuable features, I think, in a GPS. This kind of safety and security you can't put a price on. I touch that. This is where the vehicle is, right here, okay? Where am I? It tells you the exact coordinates, even how high up and you are, okay? The nearest intersection, the nearest address, and the nearest hospital, police station, and fuel station right there. Imagine if you are broken down, like you said. When you pick up your phone or go to a payphone or whatever, you will be able to tell them exactly where you are, the police, your husband, whatever, and
your kiddos. That's what's super important. Your children.
And if you touch that, directions to me, you can then read off to them. If you say, well, how can I get to you? You can touch that button and give them directions of how to get to these locations there.
I'm going to pull us all the way back down. I've got the Garmin.
Sure.
Now, I have the Garmin. I'm opening up the box. What do I do from here?
Well, you plug in the power cord into your 12-volt socket, okay? Let me pull this off a minute. There's the mount that you have, all right? You can clip the GPS onto the mount. Now, when you put the batteries inside the backup camera,
and we'll go to that next.
And we'll go to that and show you that, it will automatically pair itself by Bluetooth with your phone here, with your GPS unit here, and it will then pop up on the screen. And as a matter of fact, when you can program it so when you start your car, the first thing you see is the backup camera. So if you're opening the garage door to pull back out in the morning, there you go, it's ready for you.
So it's Bluetooth enabled, which means I can also pair it to my cell phone if I get a phone call.
Yes, you can.
I can actually take a phone call through the Garmin.
Yes, you can. You can hands-free take a phone call. You can make phone calls through the Garmin, and it will also alert you when a text message comes into your phone, and if you choose, and the passenger actually can activate it for you, and we can demonstrate that a little bit later. It will actually have the text displayed on the screen for you.
What's the cost of doing that?
The cost?
Yeah.
Zip.
No.
Yeah, well, now on your mobile phone.
Yeah, your mobile phone.
Obviously, you're charged for text and everything there, but for your mobile phone to link and display here, absolutely no problem.
Let's go to the back, because I want to show you how. Not me. I'm not going to show you. Bob is going to. Wait, something's happening?
No, the phone is ringing over back at the desk where we were before, but we can show that in a moment and see how it goes.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, but you want to go back down to the back now, and we'll show you exactly how easy it is.
Because I want to know about this camera, because I'm thinking that might be super complicated. What are all the big wires that I have to do for this?
Okay, let's make an emphasis here. It's a wireless backup camera. You don't have to mess with wires, connectors, switches, or anything of the sort. All right.
Awesome.
If you look at the back of the car here, you'll notice here is the Garmin GPS wireless backup camera. It's mounted here. You can also mount it above your license plate. And here's how simple it is to do. Take a screwdriver, take your license plate off. Most people put their own license plate on, so I think you already know where to go there. Then you take the supplied license plate bracket and you put the license plate on top of the bracket and screw it back in.